Well, fellow golfers, are you ready for part 2? I hope you've checked out the quick tips in part 1. Take a look at those either before this clip or after. I'll put a link up above and also in the description. So part 2 is about 10 quick tips on chipping, putting and sand. So without further ado, let's get started. Let's start with chipping. First tip to think about is you want 60% of your weight on your front forward foot. So a quick way to do that is just take your lead hand, go down to your knee, take your position, go down to your knee, and you will immediately already be in the right weighting. Second, be more upright, so less your full stance like this, much more upright. So you are really trying to have very little body movement. You're much more upright. And then the third is hands down on the grip and the toe on the ground, the toe up or the heel up. So you're doing like a putting stroke. Nice and simple, easy chip. Those 3 tips go together. Hand on the knee, weight down, more upright stance, hands down on the grip, heel up, toe on the ground. And a putting stroke. Try it. The putter. You'll see I still have my 2 rubber bands here. Remember the tip about hitting the middle of the face. Similar to the chip, you want your weight slightly forward. So again, try putting your lead hand down to your knee. Very important on putting, which is your second tip on putting, is stroke and then look. Don't attempt to look as you're stroking, because you will change your alignment position, you will change your impact of the center of the face. So stroke, then look. Of course, once you've got your alignment, worked out your speed, stroke, then look. To try to keep your body still, particularly your lower body. 2 things. You could do what famous Jack Nicklaus used to do, which is put his 2 toes in and squat. Of course, then you're putting your hand further down the grip, unless you have a shorter putter. All right, so he used to squat with toes in, so very good balance, center of gravity, not moving as you stroke the putter. The other thing to try is crossing your legs, and this way you're less likely to have any body movement. Crossing your legs and keeping your 2 legs tight together. And this is another way to get that stability and learn that it's only the upper arm movement that you're doing in the putting. Great little exercise and drill, but also you can even do it on the course if it works well for you. You may want to try what you see DJ doing often, even just before his putt. He tries to hold his arm here. It's a nice little drill to stop too much arm movement. You can try it with both hands as a drill. Just hold your hand here and try a nice little swing. Try that a few times, see what works. But you see DJ doing this, even to just at the beginning getting his alignment right. And then he puts his other hand down and goes for the putt. So arms across to keep stability. Even stability in your upper arm movement because it's a smooth stroke. And I'm not in the sand, but I think you'll get the idea. Imagine when you are in the sand, first thing, dig your feet in. Obviously I can't do that here, but dig your feet in. And why do pros do that? They do that, A, to get a bit more stability, B, to be a bit closer to the ball, and you want your weight on your front foot, and you want to make sure, so digging your feet in is one key thing. Weight on the front foot is the second key thing. Try imagining that you're throwing sand onto the green. So you are throwing sand onto the green. So what you want to do is throw the sand onto the green, just as you would imagine you're taking a bit of sand out onto the green. Just that imagination of throwing sand onto the green. And then finally, don't forget the full momentum, full follow through. Don't attempt to stop like that, because you'll either keep it in the bunker or you'll put it much too short and it'll stay in the rough just above the sand. So once you've got your position, follow through, and then how much speed you follow through is going to determine, and which club you use is going to determine how far you're throwing the ball out. So don't forget the full momentum and the full follow through. Three easy things to do good sand shots. Take a look at other tips about using different clubs for different distances. But if you just remember those three simple things, don't forget you're hitting just 1 or 2 inches behind the ball to take it out. If you want to hit it higher and shorter, you open the club face, your sand wedge club face. If you want to hit it a little longer and lower, then don't open it as much and keep the shot more normal. But remember the momentum, and remember the notion of throwing sand onto the green. I hope these 10 quick tips on the short game, just really things for you to have quick thoughts, be able to do it very quickly, get those basics right, are helpful to you. Let me know whether they work for you, which ones work better, if you've got some other techniques that have worked for you that can be shared with others. Happy golfing. See you on the flip side.